Hey everyone, I'm Sam, and today vlog is very close to my heart. And we are visiting Yana and Professor Robert Nash, and we are going to visit them, and we are going to see their lab and how effectively they are working for this community. So, on the behalf of Empower Community Trust, me and our advisor Eric, we both are here to visit them. And stay tuned because you will get to know many things, many new information, and especially for your health.
We'll have you, and that's it. You know, that's not
My brother-in-law
people at all.
do all his chemos on his second load. I'm really interested in
The immune system
minoHoney.
still doesn't recognise them because these. I'm Professor Robert Nash. I'm the head of PhytoQuest Limited, based in Aberystwyth. We're a natural products discovery company looking for new medicines from plants. Plants have been a good source of medicines in the past, and in relation to cancer treatments, we think that there are lots of potentially interesting molecules out there which could be better treatments, less harmful for people. So the traditional way of discovering new cancer drugs has been looking for toxicity to cancer cells, and the idea is that these drugs will be more toxic to cancer cells than to your normal cells. But many of them are just toxic compounds, and so there must be better compounds out there which are not toxic compounds. We're very lucky, and we've discovered a molecule which activates the immune system. It's not toxic at all, and we think this could be a great new groundbreaking approach to treating cancer, using compounds from nature which are not toxic but which activate the immune system to kill the cancer cells. The immune system is there to pick up cancerous cells. This is one of its important functions. Every day we all produce cancerous cells in response to sunlight or toxins we're consuming or come across in the environment. The immune system picks them up normally. Cancers develop because the immune system has failed in some way to actually detect those cancerous cells. Over time, those cancerous cells can start multiplying, and very often they'll start secreting signals which inhibit the immune system further. So what we've discovered is a molecule that can overcome those inhibitory signals and make the immune system start responding to the tumour cells again. So it's overcoming what is called tumour tolerance. It makes the immune system respond. Once your immune system responds, it typically develops a memory, so it will remember those cancer cells if they start to develop again. We think this is a really useful way of actually tackling breast cancer or cancers which may spread around the body, because once the immune system recognises them, it will pick them up wherever they start to grow, so it stops secondary tumours developing, which is an important problem with breast cancers. And there's obviously the worry that the main tumour may be removed, but actually secondary tumours will develop. If the immune system recognises them, they won't develop, and that's really the thing we're after with our new molecule that we've discovered from a natural source. So we think we've discovered a very important new molecule for treating breast cancer to stop it spreading, and can be used in combination with chemotherapy, radiotherapy and surgery, and make the treatments more effective. So we think we're really onto something that's really groundbreaking for being able to improve breast cancer treatments. So we're very pleased to be able to present our work at Empower Cymru Trust. And we have a big interest in trying to improve cancer treatments, and breast cancer is obviously a very important cancer which is very prevalent, and treatments need to be improved. We want to get away from the use of toxic compounds which have adverse effects on your health to molecules that can improve breast cancer treatments without having the negative effects that many treatments currently used have.
Dr. Nash Health is a UK natural product discovery company, but based in Wales, and Welsh people should be proud that Welsh scientists discovered such a unique molecule which helps a lot of women with breast cancer. We have people with prostate cancer, we have people with pancreatic cancer, and they really and truly believe that this molecule that we found in very rare honey is very helpful and makes them better.
Better and safer cancer treatments, and in particular breast cancer treatments. And we are working with researchers in London who've shown that our molecule, discovered from a natural source, can actually improve the responses to Herceptin, which is an important antibody used for treating breast cancer. But many breast cancer patients are resistant to the Herceptin treatment. So our molecule can actually reduce the the coverage or the cloaking of the Herceptin receptor such that the drug will actually become more effective. So not only can we increase the immune response, which improves outcomes for breast cancer patients, we can also make the existing drugs more effective by reducing the cloaking or the hiding of the receptors, which the cancer drugs are looking forward to for the effective treatment. So this is the molecule which we discovered from the plant from Western Samoa. It's a compound we called casurine. It activates the immune system. And just by chance, we found that this molecule also occurs in plants growing in Wales, in fact in the grounds of Aberystwyth University. So with this discovery that the molecule occurs locally, we were able to isolate lots of the compound. We were also able to do chemical synthesis at Oxford University to look at variants of the molecule, and we found the natural molecule was by far better than any of the synthetic variants which we could produce in the lab. So the natural molecule was the best one. This molecule activates the immune system, and we discovered it can also be present in a honey, again produced locally near Aberystwyth. So we have a honey now which contains the molecule that came originally from Western Samoa, that we were the first to identify. And in this honey there is a measured level of this compound, this casurine, this honey which came originally, or this molecule that came originally from Western Samoa. And this honey can be used to activate the immune system, and we've been getting a lot of confidence that this molecule has broad applicability to a lot of tumour types, including breast cancer, by being able to give it to dogs with natural tumours. We don't want to induce tumours in dogs, but dogs naturally develop tumours, and it's often what eventually kills them. So dog owners who want to not go through surgery, chemotherapy, radiotherapy for their dogs can use the iminoHoney, and it often gives very interesting results. And we're working with a lot of vets around the country who are giving us very interesting reports on how these dogs can live for extra months or years by taking the iminoHoney in the diet without any other treatments necessarily. So this gives us tremendous confidence that this molecule that we've discovered could be an important new cancer drug in the future. And this is what we're trying to take forward for cancer therapy. The molecule, but the honey is also giving interesting results and actually giving us a lot of confidence that this really works. So this is the molecule that we discovered in the plant from Western Samoa, and it also occurs in a local honey that we package into these 5 ml sachets, standardized to a particular concentration of the molecule. So what we know about this molecule is it's not toxic, unlike many cancer treatments. It's not toxic. It's not metabolized in the body. It's eventually excreted unchanged, but while in the body it activates the immune system. So macrophages, dendritic cells, neutrophils, and eventually T cells having an anti-cancer activity. But the important thing is there seems to be no adverse effect. So people who are on chemotherapy, radiotherapy, surgery may want to take the honey just to give them the chance that there might be a better outcome. But maybe it could also be useful for people who are diagnosed as being incurable, because there's no adverse effect from taking this honey at the moment. In the long run, we want to develop a pharmaceutical compound that can be sold as a pharmaceutical treatment without toxicity. But in the meantime, there seems to be no harm in actually taking the honey, because there is no adverse effect as far as we can see. There could only be a positive benefit. It won't work in all cases, of course, but in some cases it may work, as we can see in the dogs and even horses that have been given the honey by vets. So there may be a positive effect, but we know there seems to be no adverse effect, so why not?
Hello, I'm here on behalf of the Empower Cymru Trust, and I must admit I've been very excited at what I've seen about the product that we've been discussing. It seems to have loads of positives and no negatives, and I really feel people ought to know more about it, and we need more publicity, because it can make an awful lot of difference. And we all know the saying, if you don't buy it, you won't win for the lottery. Well, this is the same thing. You're not going to lose, you're going to have a pleasant experience, and who knows?
iminoHealth is a Welsh company, and we are proud that Welsh scientists discovered this unique molecule, which by chance we found in very rare honey. And we have a lot of women with breast cancer that found the molecule very helpful because they are feeling better alongside the treatments that they are taking. And also we have a lot of people with pancreatic cancer, with prostate cancer, and they believe that this molecule is very, very, very helpful.
So at PhytoQuest, we're looking for new medicines from plants. The traditional way of finding cancer treatments has been to look for toxic compounds that are just a little bit more toxic to the cancer cells than to your normal cells. And this is why many cancer drugs are poisonous. We think there must be better ways of actually finding cancer drugs. And just by chance, we've discovered one. So the plant that came from Western Samoa contains an anti-cancer molecule that activates the immune system, but is not cytotoxic. It's not toxic to your cells at all. It just makes the immune system respond to the tumor cells that it should be responding to anyway. So nature can provide interesting new treatments which are still to be discovered. The traditional way of finding cancer drugs probably hasn't been the best. It's provided some very useful medicines, but there are better molecules out there, and this is what we're trying to find. At PhytoQuest, we're looking for new medicines from plants. Many important medicines have been discovered in plants in the past, including cancer treatments, but the traditional way of finding cancer treatments from plants has been to look for cytotoxic agents, and you still find that many academic groups and companies are looking for toxic compounds that are just more toxic to the tumor cells than to your normal cells. And this is why many cancer drugs have side effects, because they're essentially poisons. So what we're doing is looking for non-poisonous cancer treatments, and plants have many of these types of compounds. And we've discovered one, caserin, which we found activates the immune system. It's not toxic at all, and we've done a lot of toxicity studies. No toxicity, but it activates the immune system to combat cancers. This means that it can help to clear established tumors, but could also be used in combination with chemotherapy, radiotherapy, making those treatments more effective because it's supporting the immune system, helping the immune system fight the tumor cells that it should be responding to anyway.